at Lincoln Park in San Francisco, and a couple of days ago was the Chinese New Year's parade, which I was fortunate enough to be able to go to. I did not film any A-roll while I was there. It was kind of crazy, but it was actually crazy in a good way, I guess you could say. It was the first kind of real big event that I did in the public, or went to in public, for I can't even remember how long now. Must have been at least a year. They're slowly bringing stuff back here in the city, and it's kind of cool. The Chinese New Year's parade was actually pretty long. It started at around 5:30 and ended around 8, so 2.5 hours long. There was tons of participants, and the coolest thing was probably that buses and everything were free. And so, or I should say all of Muni was free. So anything with Muni was free. So that's buses, trams, etc. And thinking about it, we got stuck at the end of the night, and I actually had to take an Uber home. If we would have just walked over here to where I'm at currently, there's actually a tram that we probably could have taken home, because the tram does stop by our place. So oops. Anyhow, it's I don't know how much that Uber drive cost. I can't remember, but I'm sure we could have saved at least like $20, right? Because downtown to home is probably about that. Anyhow, enough on that. The parade itself was kind of just your typical San Francisco parade, and I say that for, I don't know how they are in like Chicago or Dallas or Miami or the most important, New York, right? Where they have what it seems to be very well organized parades, at least what you see on TV. Here, on the other hand, it was supposed to start at 5:15-ish, but it didn't really get started until a little after 6. And like I said, it was supposed to be from 5:30 to 8, which meant it didn't really finish until a little after 8. But at the very beginning, it was really, really packed. There was a lot of people here, and the turnout was great. I kind of wonder how businesses did that day, mainly in Chinatown. Our goal at the beginning was to try to get to Chinatown from our place, but that ended up changing quite a bit with the fact that we took public transit, since it was free, and we weren't able to actually get all the way to Chinatown. And my mom being with us, she didn't want to walk all the way from Montgomery, let's say Montgomery Station, BART Station, to Chinatown, which I personally don't think is too far, but she is older, so we just decided that we're going to stay off of Market, and I believe we were near Market and Post. I don't quite remember, but we were quite close to that. I believe I was standing over off of Kearny Street, and it was at first very, very packed and crowded, like I said, but within maybe an hour, not even, it started dispersing. People, I think the biggest problem, if I had a complaint about the parade, was that it was too much of the same thing. Like, it was awesome to see that they're trying to do this inclusion thing, and you know, they're going into Asian cultures, but it was the same thing over and over and over again. Just a lot of dragon dances or lion dances. And I don't think a lot of the people that came to view the parade understood kind of the meaning, like how to get fortune and how to make sure that you're getting good luck for the year. But that's just an assumption, you know. So maybe I'm totally wrong and everybody knew what was going on. My younger sister didn't even know about some of the kind of the traditions of having the lions bite down on things for good luck, and what the fireworks are for, to scare away bad fortunes, I guess you could say, or demons, whatever you want to call them. Overall, it was fun, and one of the cool things was the final dragon, which was the longest dragon, was created by George Lucas, Skywalker Ranch, I believe it was, and it was really, really nice. It was well lit. It was really well made. Really, really awesome to see all the folks running around with it, following the conductor, I guess you could call him. And it did a real good job kind of finalizing the parade. That was at the very end of the parade. Now, I will say that the one thing that I totally forgot to do, because I had the wrong camera backpack, right? That's a common problem, right? First world problems here. Was I didn't bring my earplugs, and man, it just reminded me of the scene from Heat, where instead of using any Foley for the shootout scene in front of the bank, they just used the actual scratch sound, the filming, because it was just so loud. And being that I was pretty much standing in an alleyway with buildings on both sides, the the craziness of having all those fireworks going off in that like confined area just created just a crazy loud echo, and it was super, super loud. Other than that, everything else was pretty run-of-the-mill. It was fun. Hopefully they do it again next year. It's coming back strong. Live events are coming back strong, and I would say that I hope to see kind of more like cultural in-depth type stuff. We were getting on the right track at a short time. Like I went to an Holi festival, that was really cool, an Indian Holi festival. And then there's always the Japanese Sakura festival, I believe it's what it's called. The J-pop summit unfortunately is no longer happening, but with like the new wave of Korean like interest and drive, maybe there'll be a K-pop summit. That could be something. I don't know, there's just so many opportunities for live events to go on right now, and I hope that it really does start to kind of to take over, and we get to see a lot more festivities within the city. I mean, any European or African events would be really cool to see too. I'm not I'm not excluding those. Just having public events would be really nice now. I hope that we get to go out a lot more. I mean, I'm here in the park right now, and California has gotten rid of the mask mandate, so technically I don't have to wear a mask. And as you see, probably the people in the background and people walking all around me aren't really wearing masks anymore because it's not required. Hopefully that means that the light is seen at the end of the tunnel, and after we round this bend, we could do more live events. But anyhow, that was a fun little parade to go to, and a Happy New Year for to everybody. And we'll see you in the next video.